Welcome to another episode of Diary of a Wannabe Comedian with me, Belle, a wannabe comedian. And I'm a proper wannabe comedian because I had a gig. It was a really good gig too. I very much enjoyed it. It was over in Clapham and it was a gig or a night called Comedy Bandits. And they had, I think they were kind of pro, maybe semi-pro. I don't know. They had a couple, which is always good. It's always good. And it was a proper audience. Although it was a bringer, the room was packed. There were far more people there than were just bringers. So it was all in all a great night, great audience. They were just really lovely. And I very much enjoyed doing the set. I actually decided I've picked up again a bit about my disability, and there was a lady who went on in the first half who had a disability and talked about that. So I was umming and ahhing about what to do because I sort of rejigged my set and put my bit about my disability in the middle. And in the end, I thought, just ask the audience, do you want to hear it or not? And they said yes. So they heard it and they laughed. And I'm very glad I did do it because afterwards a lady came up to me and said that she absolutely loved it. And the reason she loved it is because her daughter has scoliosis and her daughter had gone through having rods put in her back and so on and so forth. And she thought it was very funny. And I thought, good on you, Mum. Good on you. She's obviously very supportive of her daughter, which is fabulous. Other than that, it's been a bit of a Ricky Gervais week. But none of it in a good way. None of it in a good way. So a guy called Peter, in fact, let me get it for you. A guy called Peter contacted me on Instagram. Yeah, so here we are. Peter547_ contacted me on Instagram saying, "Hello, hope you're doing well. I'm from Ricky Gervais's management team to receive feedback from active followers. Hope you don't mind." Question mark. I think that's genuine, yeah. I think that's going to give me an in, isn't it? They've noticed me. I mean, that's what it's all about, isn't it? So I immediately responded, actually, no, I didn't. I immediately blocked and deleted and all the rest of it. Does anybody actually fall for this kind of rubbish? I mean, we all know that if Ricky Gervais wanted to contact me, he'd just come and watch me at one of my gigs because they're all on my website. Everybody knows that's what would happen. Anyway, that was that. The other thing was there's been a couple of articles recently, and I know I'm going to divide opinion here with this bit of speech, but there's been a couple of articles about a guy called Ince, who apparently toured with Ricky many, many years ago. Well, it says he quit comedy in 2015, but I don't think these things are related. I think he probably quit comedy in 2015 because he wasn't getting anywhere. But, anyway, he was saying that apparently Ricky Gervais bullied him so badly that people had to step in. And you just think, okay, well, let's say it was sometime before 2015, obviously. You just think, why are you waiting nearly 10 years to say this? Now, this is probably where people will say, oh, you've got your tin hat on again, Belle. But I've noticed on various platforms that Ricky is getting more political because he's not political. He never has been. And he is getting more political, and he's definitely got commentary, albeit I think maybe, well, it's done in a way that's not directly from him, but I would suggest that it probably has come from him. And good for him, because I feel the same, just for the record, about some of the things that are going on with our leaders. I use that term loosely, but he has got more political, and now suddenly it looks like people are trying to take him down. What do you think? I mean, as I say, this is going to be very unpopular, but I kind of saw the same thing happening with Russell Brand. Again, I know he's no saint, but it did feel there was a campaign to take him down because he was saying things that our leaders across the world might not find very comfortable. And I appreciate there's going to be women out there that are going to be saying, Belle, you should be supporting women. And I do, even though we've established they don't support me, I do. But what I will say is there's clearly not been enough evidence because he's not been charged with anything. So that seems to have gone all very quiet. And then the only other bit of news is that I went to the cinema and I went to see The Substance, I think it was called. And Demi Moore was in it, and she spent most of the film naked. You saw everything with her. and constantly. It's like, put some clothes on, love. I've had enough now. But I think the film, how do I describe the film? I actually enjoyed it. It was a horror. So I haven't seen a good horror for a while. I'm not saying this is a good horror, but I haven't seen a good horror for a while. And it was a cross between Picture of Dorian Gray and The Fly. I believe there was also some sort of underlying message about ridiculous beauty standards that women are supposed to live by and aging. And I mean, Demi Moore famously didn't get any work after she turned 40. So I'm guessing there's a bit of that. But honestly, I don't think getting your kit off for an entire film is the way to do it. But that's just me. Much love and gratitude.